Welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. My next guest, real funny comic I've worked with before. Jimmy's worked with before, Cha-Cha's. Kev Dombrowski, what's up, buddy?
How are you?
How you doing? So where did you work at Cha-Cha's with Jimmy and Levy?
Yeah, it was down on Mulberry Street, right?
Yeah.
113 Mulberry.
I know Cha-Cha. I see the guy.
Okay,
the guy named Cha-Cha, right?
Right, yeah, he's like this old, heavy-set Italian dude.
Yeah.
He actually used to manage Tony Danza as a boxer.
Well, of course you did. That makes sense.
Right.
So the natural thing to do after that is open a comedy club.
Naturally.
Right. Oh man.
You know, it was actually pretty ridiculous. I got on the gig. I just told you I did with Bob Levy and Colin Quinn the first 2 nights.
Right.
And the booker called me and had me audition for 5 minutes on the phone.
He had you do stand-up on the phone?
I'm not joking you at all.
He's like, what do you got? What do you got,
Yeah,
kid?
he was like, all right, let me hear.
Did Bob do it? Bob?
No.
Oh.
James, the guy that Bob was working with.
Okay.
Yeah. He was like, oh, let me hear like 5 minutes of your stuff.
Oh. 5 minutes?
I swear to God.
5 minutes on a phone is like it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. So I got through about 2, and he was like, all right. I got a gig in Fairfield, New Jersey tonight. You want to do it? And I was like, I'm booked right now. It's a little. He was like, I got Friday with Colin Quinn and Bob Levy. I was like, all right, cool, I'm in. And I got there, and it looked like a cafe, didn't it? Like in Brussels. It looked like you were backpacking.
Yeah.
In Europe, it was like this weird indoor.
That's the perfect opportunity for Bob Levy to really just nail a comedy show.
Right.
A cafe in Brussels.
If you could see the face of Colin Quinn when he walked in, because Bob booked him. And
I always used to say when Colin did stand up with Levy, it was like watching Joe Louis when he had to wrestle.
I don't think Colin even said hi. I think it was, should I kill you now or should I kill you later?
Yeah.
And I think that's
Colin
what it
loves
was.
Levy though. He loves talking about, but we all love Levy.
Right. Oh yeah. No, he's a great guy. It was really weird because the booker was like, okay, no crowd work. I swear to God, no crowd work. Don't make fun of the owner. So just go in and do material.
Well, yeah, that's when you're working for guys who are dangerous guys.
Yeah,
Right.
they told us. They told me too. Don't make fun of the owner.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is crazy that they would tell you. I understood. I was like really green at the time.
And that means you can't make fun of the place, and that means the food, the patrons,
100%.
They might be his cousin. You don't know what's going on.
Right. So I get there, and it was just me, Levy, and Colin. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm going to open for him. No problem. So he comes up to me again. He goes, no crowd work. And Bob Levy's like, don't tell a comic that right before he goes on, whatever. So I get up.
And he's like, well, the reason is there's no crowd.
Right, exactly. Yeah, don't talk to the 6 people there. So I get on, and I'm brand new at this point. So I blow through 5 minutes of material
I know,
in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, we've all been there. We got to rush.
Right.
I saw Jimmy do a 25-minute set in 11 minutes in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Honestly,
or then in Boston too with that when that kid everyone was getting booed, and you're like, all right, you cut your time from 11 to 6. Fitzsimmons, you do 4 or whatever. You were like, I'm gonna do 30, and let's get the hell out of here.
That was at Symphony Hall. That was literally like the Jesse James of dick jokes. Like 3,000 people get a check and leave. But gigs like that, they make you better.
Right. So anyway, I tank and I blow through my material. So I'm like, I go to talk to someone. I'm like, okay, well, they won't let me talk to you. I'm physically saying they won't let me talk to you. Won't let me talk to you. Remember, there was a big window on the side of the stage, and Colin and Bob were outside. So I was like, oh, hey, guys. And they looked over, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm performing. I was like, he won't let me talk to them, so I'm going to talk to you instead.
Oh, yeah, well, you got to talk to somebody who won't kill you.
Right, exactly. So I just basically start explaining what they're doing and all this stuff. So it ends okay. I get off stage. Colin comes up to me. And he's like, one of us had to take the fall, and it was going to be you. And I was like, I totally understand it. He was like, you handled your position perfectly, which is such a huge compliment.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good about myself. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I didn't eat it that bad.
Yeah.
So now by the end of the show, everyone's like, oh, how long have you been working with Colin Quinn and Bob Levy? I was like, this is insane. So I get to the end of the show. Tony Danza's been there the entire time. And now Tony Danza is shaking Colin's hand, and great show, shaking Bob's hand, great show. I'm like, this is my Danza moment.
Right.
Like, I'm feeling good about myself again. He comes up to me, just looks me dead in the eyes, is like, yeah, it's a tough room. And just walks away, and I was like, Danza thinks I suck.
The guy from Who's the Boss
thinks I suck.
Yeah.
So Levy invites me back the second night. He's like, screw the booker. You're doing 10 and you're doing your set.
Yeah.
And I have a great set. Have an amazing set. Get off. Colin's like smiling at me. Bob Levy's like, good job, this and this. Danza was there again. So I'm like, this is redemption for me. I'm going to show him who's the boss now.
Yeah.
I look back, and he's talking to someone else the entire time, doesn't even listen to me. I'm like, oh.
I don't know if it was always a different Italian-American actor who was there. Like, the next night it was Robert Loggia.
Right.
Robert
Exactly.
Loggia has a tough room. Yeah. Vinny Pastore the next night, tough room. Yeah, those rooms, I mean, is that still open? Because Levy wanted me to do that, too, because you got to do cha-cha. I couldn't make it down.
It only held like 50 people in
Yeah,
the room. It was like
yeah.
the back patio of the
If
restaurant.
we all sat there, it would sell out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I think they opened a new room in Coney Island. I'm not sure.
No, well, we'll rush right over there, then.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's always fun. I'm trying to think where I'd rather go. Where I wouldn't rather go than Coney Island for a gig. Isn't that the one part of Brooklyn that's not gentrified?
Remember we did that diner for Bob Levy down in South Jersey?
South Jersey, yeah.
It was like in the basement?
It was in the basement of a diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an actual diner.
Outside of Philly in South Jersey. That was a scary crowd, too, man. That's the night a guy got on stage, huge guy, gets in the middle of my act, gets me in a headlock. Gets me in a headlock, goes, come on, have a shot, drink a shot. He goes, do a line of blow with me. Do a line. Let's go do a line of blow right now. Come on. I go, dude, please get off the stage. And he goes, it's all right. I'm a state trooper. That was that day. Yeah, yeah. I was a good. In between shows, I had a Taylor ham and egg. It was nice. But Clementine, New Jersey, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I've never even heard of that.
No, it was brutal. It's outside of Philly. Those southern Jersey suburbs of Philly, those crowds. Oh my God.
I play Marlton, one of the comedy cabarets down there, and it's the back of like Poco's restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like you open a screen door and they, it's where they literally like carry over the tables with the tablecloths on.
Right.
Me and Vinny Brand did a biker bar down in South Jersey. It was a bar, and we walk in there, there's a bunch of bikers playing pool, and we're like, all right, we're the comedians. Like, all right, show starts in like a half hour. All of a sudden, 29 minutes in, the bikers come from outside, big piece of plywood, put it over the pool table. Like, okay, that's the stage.
Oh, you had to stand on the pool table?
Yeah, we stood on the pool table.
Oh my God!
Like that's just okay. So you can start the show now.
I know, and then do stand up for bikers.
For bikers
Right.
on top of a pool table, if they put a piece of plywood down.
You don't do crowd work with them either.
No.
We got to take a break. Jimmy Florentine has to leave. Thanks, buddy. You were great as always. That metal
thanks.
Show, Twitter.
Yeah.
What do you got to plug?
Just Hyenas Comedy Club in Fort Worth, Texas, tomorrow and Saturday, Friday,
You're
Saturday
going
this
to
weekend.
Texas, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jimmy. Come back anytime.
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna go home and take care of myself. They get Clara.
Yeah. We'll send you a picture.
Do you want to go down to Cha-Cha's?
I think I'd rather do Clara than that room again.
For old time's sake, let's go to Cha-Cha's. And we're back with Kevin too. The Artie Lange Show.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.